Yeah, 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 yeah. What up? Huh? Wagwan with the Wagwan. Wagwan with the Wagwan. Back on our bullshit once again. Wagwan with the Wagwan. It's me, James Jam Easy Cummins, and I'm here once again, joined by the incomparable Colin Cummings.
Incomparable? Is that a good thing?
Yeah, I think it means no one compares to.
Oh yeah,
I think so.
that's nice.
I don't know. I'll Google it.
Incomparable Colin.
Not the incompetent. The incomparable. Incomprehend. Without an equal in quality or extent. Matchless.
There you go. Matchless.
The incomparable beauty of Venice.
Man. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Yeah.
Just working hard, burning the midnight oil. Are we going to record on that too?
Nah. It's supposed to be quick anyway. Right?
Okay. 15 minutes. Let's in and out.
No, not 15 minutes, but.
I will say this. You were right about the DMX album. Not that it
get right into
not good, but but definitely far from finished, because every song except for like one has a feature on it.
That's what I mean.
And that just shows to me there was a lot of filling in that needed to be done.
100%. That's just what that's just what I think. I think
you did say some features that he wouldn't have signed off on.
100%.
Now, I don't know about that. Like, I'll tell you the features, but go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
I was just gonna say, with his album, yeah, that's what they do. They fill in the blanks, and they just get it done. And it happens every single time someone dies. It's almost like the next album that comes out becomes like a party for everybody. Everybody's on it.
The Biggie duets,
like
nasty girl, nasty girl.
Exactly.
But I love that album.
The
Biggie duets is good.
It was good,
but it's not like Biggie,
exactly.
made it. I'm trying to find the track list so I can tell you who's the feature.
Because honestly, I don't see
track list revealed. Okay.
I don't see too many features really coming through if DMX was alive to see this through to the end.
So first song has The Lox and Swiss Beats. Second song has Jay-Z and Nas. Third song has your boy Lil Wayne and Swiss Beats. Next one, Moneybagg Yo. Next one, Alicia Keys. Next one, Bono. Next one, Cross, Infrared, and Ice Pick. This one he did record when he was alive, because I heard when they were recording it. West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, and Conway.
Of course, because he would fuck with those dudes. Definitely, he would fuck with those dudes.
Next one has Nas. He has his son Exodus Simmons and Mr. Porter. And then we got Snoop Dogg. And then we got a skit. And then so every song except for the skit and the prayer is the skit probably has a feature in it too. But
exactly.
And then Usher and Brian King and Joseph. I haven't listened to the whole album yet, but I will. But because I still want to hear what DMX had to say on his last album, and I definitely got to check the prayer out. But I just looked at the track list and I'm like, fuck, every song a feature.
Every single.
He couldn't
one?
even have one song.
That's what I mean. Like
that means that he didn't finish one song. That means that he didn't finish once. What he probably did was he probably got in the studio with like the Moneybagg Yo, what's this crew called again?
Griselda.
Yeah. Like he definitely recorded that day, and then he probably recorded verses and stuff, and then just threw a feature on every other thing. I also heard that he was gonna have a song with Pop Smoke, and he doesn't, and I was so sad about that, yo.
See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean with this kind of thing. Like, if he could see this through, I feel like DMX would be like, okay, there's going to be some features, but I'm going to have at least 6 songs that are by myself.
This is the DMX duets.
Yeah, exactly.
It's every song has a feature. So, a little sad about that, and you called it. So, congratulations, Colin.
It happens every time, man. They did it with my boy XXXTentacion. They did it with Pop Smoke, but not as bad. Pop Smoke's album, like, I think it's because 50 Cent was at the helm of that it came out way better than most post-humorous, I think they call it. Humorous or something like that.
Post?
It's a word
post?
that they use.
Post-mortem?
No.
Post Malone?
I'm pretty sure it's post. But, like, they always do that. I don't know. It just sucks. It sucks. And I wish there was a Damien.
Post mostly?
I bet you there was a Damien. They took it off. Because DMX would be talking way too much woke shit in his newest Damien.
Posthumously. That's what we were throwing an R in there.
Yeah.
After the death of the originator.
Yeah.
I am the originator.
Most of these are bad. Like XXXTentacion had one. Like after he died, the album he released right after, that was a good album because he finished it before he died. He had it ready. The next one that came out was like more features, and then like the next one, it's like almost like they're taking like voice memos that he had, and they're just like master mixing them and just like making those choruses and stuff, and it's like, which I love because I'd love to hear anything that he did, but it's like, you know, they're grasping at straws at a certain point to try and keep somebody's memory alive.
I'm trying to see. Okay, because I've bigged up the Tupac Until the End of Time album. Have you listened to it yet? No.
Until the End of Time.
Yeah.
No. Was I supposed to?
I told you to because you were talking mad shit, and I was like, check this album out and tell me if because you were right about DMX, and I argue that I am right about this being a great album. Anyway, so
the DMX,
I'm just trying to.
But the thing is, the DMX album is gonna be a great album. Like when you listen to it, it's gonna be great. I mean, he had the ability to bring Nas and Jay-Z together on a song.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen. That's only happened one other time, right? So it's like it's gonna be a great album. There's gonna be classic songs. Like I think the one with Griselda is gonna be classic. I think the Jay-Z Nas one's gonna be a classic. It sucks.
It's still gonna be worth a listen.
Yeah, I can't see past that in terms of.
The only reason I wanted to bring up this is just to see how many features he has on it, just because I'm curious. And first one, no. Second one, no. Third one, no. But fourth song, okay. Fourth song, he's got a feature. Fifth, so he's got 1, 2, 3.
But
four.
The thing about Pac is
he has quite a lot of features on it too.
Pac was an outlier in the sense of he wrote hundreds of songs, hundreds. Like he just kept on going because he had a theory. He was like, any song that we do, he's like, let's just do it. He's like, do it quick. He's like, get this guy on it, that guy on it. He's like, just get in the booth. He's like, freestyle if you have to. He's like, just write down quick, do it. He's like, and just move on. He's like, he had this thing that like, he's like, if we just keep doing that, he's like, we'll make a song that's like the one. He's like, but we just got to keep moving. He's like, there's no time to stop. That's why people think that he knew he was going to die, because he was like, we got to keep making songs, make songs.
Yeah.
So a lot of the songs, like, even though his albums were coming out years after, it was still like newish stuff because he fucking made so much content. Same thing's going to happen with Lil Wayne passing away.
Your homework for next week is to review the Until the End of Time album. I think it's a great Tupac album. It came out after he died, 2001.
Well, this is actually my buddy Gina who passed away. This is one of his favorite songs.
Ballad of a Dead Soldier.
Yeah, he loves that song.
And that does have a feature, even though it doesn't say it has a feature here. So it must have been somebody not important.
Someone who just didn't get the credit.
Backing vocals. It's like, okay, his vocals are pretty in the front because he's singing the fucking chorus.
Only God can judge me now.
But yeah, no, it's a great Unborn Child's on this, Until the End of Time. So many good ones. I'm writing you a letter.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that right now. I gotta download.
Write a letter to your unborn child? Let's do it. Let's write letters to our unborn children right now. I was gonna say Dear James Jr.
No. I was gonna say
it's me, Dad.
I was gonna say I gotta download DMX.
Sorry, I couldn't make it to your first birthday. I was too busy being dead.
Bro, be
shot.
Quiet, bro.
Because I'm a gangster.
Bro.
You didn't know?
Bro, you speak.
You didn't see Jam Easy in them streets?
Hey. You speak things.
Good thing I got your mother pregnant.
Hey.
So you can carry on.
Bro.
My legacy.
Stop.
She said she wasn't going to call you James Jr. She better have, though. She better have.
For some reason,
she said, oh, you just want to name your son after yourself? I said, I'm dead now.
Stop.
I'm dead.
Stop.
This is my unborn child. Anyways, bud.
Because
love you.
You guys gotta understand. We do stand up comedy, but he's a real comedian. I'm like whatever. He's a real comedian. He's getting into bit mode. He's just relax. It's a bit. You'll do it later. You'll figure it out. Don't figure it out with us. Come on.
Writing a letter to my unborn child.
I know he's gonna think about that later. He'll be like, can I make that for?
I just opened a random page in Springs of Irish Wisdom, and it says, most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions. Their lives. What's that word say? That's a tough one, eh?
Holy fuck. Their lives are
something cry.
I have no idea.
Their passion's a quotation, and that's by Oscar Wilde. What word is that? Anyways, they're writing in like Celtic writing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not because we can't read. It's written in like
it's a little bit because of that too.
It's like calligraphy that you can't read.
All right, here. Open a random page. Let's see what hits you.
I'm not doing.
Let's see what hits you.
No.
Let's see what wisdom hits you today.
No, because it's gonna be just for me if I do it.
I gotta hear it, man. Say it. Tell the people. Give the people the wisdom.
It opens to the same one.
Wow. See, most people are other people. Most people are not themselves.
I never wonder to see men wicked, but I often wonder to see men not. Often wonder to see them not ashamed.
Wander? Is it wander or wonder?
Wonder. Wander has an A.
No.
Yeah, it does.
Are you sure?
Wonder.
Yeah, you're right. I'm stupid. Because I would read it WON. I would honestly read that wander.
Well, you have dyslexia.
Because ON on, turn on, one.
There you go. You have dyslexia.
ON, one, on. Am I right?
No.
On and off. How do you pronounce ON?
On.
How do you pronounce WON? One. How do you pronounce WONDER?
Wander.
Which one?
Wander.
Wander.
Yeah.
Not.
Wait, no. Wonder. Wow.
I tricked you, yo.
Yeah.
No. But so, what is it actually?
Wonder.
I'm so stupid right now. I never wonder to see men wicked, but I often wonder to see them not ashamed. See, it would make more sense if I wander, wouldn't it?
We just smoked weed, just so you know.
Yeah.
And this guy was hitting it out of a pipe, like a fucking Celtic.
But one closer here. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Because some of us are in the gutter looking face down, looking at that fucking dirt. You flip it, you turn shit around, all of a sudden you're looking at the stars. What are you thinking about?
Listen.
More life, more blessings. Let's go. Let's get it. Reach for the stars, guys.
From now on, you got to read one of those at the beginning and one of those at the end.
We'll run out of pages.
We will, but we'll find another book.
How about just
there's
one
a
a week?
Big ass book.
Wisdom of the week. Today's wisdom of the week. That was the opening.
Get one. Fine.
We get one each. We'll read one each.
No. You do it.
No, we have to both because we both have to see what wisdom hits us.
But it has to be from an Irish person. I don't want to culture appropriate.
Oh, I should have tried to read it with an Irish accent. Next time. Stay tuned next week for your Irish wisdom of the week.
Oh, come on. Let's get into it. Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. Hey, so now
I can't believe Logan Paul knocked out Floyd Mayweather, right, guys? Now, we're recording this a day before the fight, and I think it's just going to go the distance.
You've been watching this, okay? Because we talked about this on another episode. So you can see that this is fake, right? This is not real.
I don't know.
Oh, my God. I hate this guy.
What do you mean? Like, you think
it's not real?
You don't think they're going to throw real punches?
This whole thing is not real. Like their shit talking is not real. They're trying to hate each other. Is not
definitely,
real.
Definitely.
Like none of this is real. They meet up in a room by themselves and they laugh and they talk
100%.
about.
I know that. Yeah.
Like 100. Like this is not a real thing.
The promo for the fight is all farce.
Like fucking Jake Logan taking his hat. I got your hat.
Yeah.
He's like that.
Oh, 100%.
All of that is just staged nonsense.
I'll kill you. Floyd Mayweather was definitely not that angry.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Like, come on. That's not. And it's just so weird. Like, I said it before, and I'll say it again. They've just taken WWE to a new level. They're WWE, but they're willing to punch each other in the face for real. That's it. That's all it is. But this is just bullshit storyline nonsense, money grab shit.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And I'm gonna watch. Of course, I'm gonna watch.
And for this,
of course I am.
Me personally, there's even a undercard fight that I'm interested in because they got an NFL player fighting.
Fighting who?
I don't know who he's fighting. Like a guy that I've never heard of, but they just Ocho Cinco. But they should have put him against.
Ocho's fighting somebody?
Oh, you didn't? Oh, you actually know who that is?
Wow, what's happening?
I guess you wouldn't know who that is because he's a crossover star.
He's a character.
Ocho Cinco.
He actually has a podcast. With I think it's Cam Newton and another football player. They have a podcast. They sit together and talk. It's actually hilarious.
I've seen clips. It's him, Brandon Marshall. It's another receiver, and there's one other guy. I forget.
Oh, I think maybe Cam Newton was just on an episode. Yeah. It's
but
actually a sick podcast.
I will. I'm gonna start listening to that because I love Ocho Cinco.
Yeah, it's funny. It's really funny. He's like giving dietary tips and shit, and it's just like McDonald's.
So they asked him at the press conference. They asked him, "Were you eating like McDonald's for this fight?" And he's like, "Unfortunately, I had to eat healthy."
Yeah,
Because he actually, I think he had to drop weight. But let's see, who's he fighting? I would.
Yo, they're gonna. I can't wait until it gets to like Jack Dorsey is fighting Mark Zuckerberg, or Elon Musk is like fighting fucking Jeff Bezos or some Saudi prince. I can't wait.
He's fighting Brad Maxwell. I think Who's Brad Max? Is Brad Maxwell anyone? Is he just a boxer?
Listen,
I wish they got him fighting. I wish they got him fighting like. Oh, it's an NHL player. Sick. Okay, that's cool.
There's no way it's that guy.
No, there's no way it's that guy.
That guy looks
There's
old
no
as
way it's that guy.
fuck.
If it's that guy, he's gonna kill him.
Yeah. Ocho's gonna desecrate this.
Can we get a fucking?
Oh, if that's him, ooh. I don't know.
Maybe he's a. I don't know.
That's a problem.
Anyways, we'll find out.
If
Sunday
it's
night.
you know what? Who do you like? Well, NFL versus NHL. Who do you think would win, based on their training in their sport?
I think it's gonna be an actual boxer though. I don't think it's an NHL player. But based on their training in their sport, well, hockey players do fight. Some basketball players fight too. But it's just like who's a pussy and who's not. There's tough guys in the NHL. There's tough guys in the NBA. There's some guys in the NBA that I would say, okay, pick
Nate Robinson.
No, not Nate Robinson. I was trying to think of somebody that like would actually be you don't want to meet in a back alley. You know what I mean? And I could think of guys in both sports that would fuck me up. So
well, yeah, but I think a hockey player.
And I could think of guys in both sports that I'd fuck up. Lots of them actually. So come at me, NBA and NHL. I'll whoop your ass. The ones that I can.
Name one.
Name one. Honestly, I think I could beat up Mitch Marner. Sorry, man.
Wow.
They just got knocked out of the playoffs. I hate to kick you while you're down. I think you're great, and I think you and Austin Matthews are one day gonna win the cup. But if you want to fucking step to me, dog,
I met that guy.
I'll put 16 in the ground. No.
I met that guy.
I don't even want. The only reason I called him out is because I tried to think of a small guy.
He's so nice.
And
Why
personally,
would you do that?
I shouldn't be
such a
all
nice
right,
guy.
All right. I got a new one.
You know where I met him? At his charity event, where he got all the NHL players to come and play with the kids.
I think I could beat up D'Angelo Russell. There you go. He's taller than me, and I just because first of all, I picked
sweet men.
I picked Mitch Marner because I thought of somebody small, but then I'm like, yo, there's sometimes big guys look at me and they're like, I kick his ass, and then guess who ends up asleep? Not me. So then I'm like, let me pick a bigger guy. So D'Angelo Russell. Remember that time that you recorded Nick Young talking about cheating on his girlfriend?
Oh, that dude,
buddy. Yeah. Karma's coming, and it comes in the form of my fist to your face.
You'll do nothing.
I don't even know what team he's on anymore.
You'll do nothing.
Because he did good on Brooklyn for a bit, then he got traded. I don't know where he is now.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn has a team now. Yo. So that's fake, and I think who do you think is gonna win? Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul.
I think Floyd. Well, I think there's gonna be no winner. Surprise.
Because that's
because they're gonna go 8 rounds. No one's gonna get knocked out, and they're just gonna be like, oh, okay, guys.
That's actually
and everyone's gonna walk away paid.
They can't. They're not allowed to.
I think. Unless it is all fake and Logan Paul is just gonna take a dive, because I think he is too big for Floyd to knock out. Like, just size does matter. You
think Floyd Mayweather couldn't knock out Logan Paul
if he has any training, unless he's just gonna stand there and actually just get punched in the face.
But like he's so much fastest boxers in the world.
But he's not one of the knocking people out.
Yeah, but like still, you don't think
he knocks people. He's knocked a couple people out in his weight class. A couple.
You don't think
most of his fights go the distance.
You don't think he's quick enough to get like an opening on this guy's face, chin, and knock him out? I think he can knock him out. I think Floyd Mayweather can knock out, because I still think of Logan Paul as a regular guy. It's like, yeah, you're jacked and everything, but you're not an actual boxer, and you know you're not. So
okay, so
it's just the boxing is the thing that's going to make him $100 million. And he knows that. So that's why he's so attached to it now.
He has 50 wins, and 27 of them are by knockout. But those 27 knockouts are against guys that weigh his weight. Now, if Logan Paul is that much taller, and he probably weighs like another 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Did he have to cut weight for this?
I don't think he had to drop weight. No.
I want to see if they did a weigh-in. They must have done a weigh-in. But weight does matter. Weight behind punches, weight.
Yeah, but like when you're
and he's punching up.
He's
punching up.
That much of a
professional. Punching this way is like you have less power punching up.
But 100%. you think that he can't catch him and knock him out?
weight difference. Let's see. He could. It's possible. I just don't think there's gonna be a knockout in this fight. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
So they're saying he is 30 pounds difference. That's that's what the weigh-in has to be. So he did have to cut some weight because I think he was probably over 2 bills before. He has to be 190, and then Mayweather's 160.
True. So he dropped some weight.
Yeah.
I think Floyd's gonna win. I think that's what they've signed up for.
So you think it's gonna be knockout because that's the only way you can win?
Knockout's the only way you can win?
How else can you win? There's no judges.
There's no judges at all.
There's no scoring.
Well, there's no winner defined at the end. Even if it is a knockout, there's no winner.
Come on.
That's
if there's a knockout, we know who won.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why I don't even think you can. Man. Can you bet on this fight?
Of course you can.
I don't know. Not on my site. So it's a farce, yo. But anyways, this one,
that's pretty telling too.
My call's distance. My call's it's gonna go the distance, and Floyd Mayweather is just gonna play with him and toy with him and make him look stupid. Like
I think when we watch this fight, if you're woke enough, you're gonna be able to see that they're not playing. He's not gonna be playing with Logan Paul at all. They're both playing with us. You morons. Have fun.
You fucking idiots.
Fun. You're watching the Undertaker and Hulk Hogan fight. Good for you.
I do have fun watching that. You don't like wrestling?
Good for you. Hey, you're watching Vince McMahon fight Triple H. Good for you.
Yeah.
I wonder who's going to win. Will it be The Rock or will it be Shawn Michaels?
But I don't wonder who will win. This is like
good for you.
This is like Undertaker versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. You know who's going to win. You know who's going to win. One guy is just a fucking mouthpiece.
Wow, that Goldberg he's pretty big. Good for you.
Wait, are you anti-wrestling?
I think people who think it's real are morons.
No, but entertainment-wise. Have you ever watched it and like enjoyed it?
When I was a kid. When I was 8 years old.
Wow. No, I like wrestling.
It was pretty good. As soon as I got into an actual fight, wrestling sucks.
Oh wow. How about I'm disappointed in this. I'm more disappointed that you didn't watch than when you didn't like watching The Gladiator.
Oh, is this what's gonna get white people mad?
And when you didn't watch, what was the other one?
White people are gonna be upset over this.
But what's the other movie that I wanted you to watch last time that I actually pissed? Anyways, yeah, no, wrestling for sure. White people and black people. Everyone likes wrestling.
Bro, come on. This is
I don't watch it on TV anymore, but every once in a while, if I had cable, I'll catch the opening scene of Raw because I like the opening one when they just come out and talk shit. It's usually pretty funny. I enjoy it, and then if they set up something for later in the night that I'm gonna be drawn in for, maybe I'll tune in. What? All of a sudden we have a fucking Hell in the Cell? I'll check this out.
I remember Hell in the Cell. Yeah.
Oh my god. The wrestling documentaries have been amazing recently. Have you seen these?
I'm into that kind of thing. I'd love to hear about that.
A&E's doing like a special, I think it's 8-part series. So they different biographies. So they got Stone Cold. That was a great one. My top 3 favorite ones right now are Stone Cold Steve Austin, Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Mick Foley. The most recent one. Holy shit, Mick Foley's was great. But favorite one's probably Stone Cold.
Really?
Mick Foley, the 3 faces of Foley. This guy playing all these different characters: Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Mankind.
Yeah,
it's great.
Isn't that fuck?
Yeah, man. It was a great doc. And then ESPN 30 for 30 is making a Stone Cold doc too. So there's one more A&E one coming, and it's this Sunday.
What about Ric Flair?
He already has one.
He has one?
Yeah, he had a 30 for 30.
I gotta watch
The Nature Boy or something. He talks about how he he had so much sex, like
just
he busted like 20,000 nuts a year.
Just love cheating on his wife.
How many girls did? Oh, wait, let's see.
Have sex with. Yeah, this guy's search history is disgusting.
Oh, so he said over 10,000 women, and I did the math, and it does work out if he had, sex with because wrestlers are on the road all the time. Like there's plenty of opportunity for pussy. Have a couple threesomes, have some orgies in there. You go dick in here, dick in here, dick in here. It counts as I had sex with 3 women, even though you only busted one nut. Yeah, but then he also says that he jacked off multiple times a day, and I'm like, no way. How could you jack off on top of having all that sex?
Because of all the steroids you're taking.
It makes you bust more nuts?
Yeah. You want to fuck, or you want to work out, or you want to wrestle. If you're taking as much as these guys take, yeah, you're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no The Rock 30 for 30 either. That's one that
You know why? He won't allow it. For sure. He has a team of lawyers that are like, you will not be doing this ever.
maybe not. Maybe later.
No. He and his production company is gonna make the Rock one for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
it's
enough.
gonna be that.
But yeah, the Ric Flair one's called Nature Boy. It's a 30 for 30, and 30 for 30s in general, great.
Yeah,
I love their work.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, man.
You've been telling me that for a while though. Yo, what was the Chrissy Teigen controversy? I heard that people started finding her tweets.
Yeah, it's
she's saying about,
another
little
like
kids.
reality star, Courtney Stodden, which I don't know.
Oh, where she told the girl to drop
To kill
dead?
herself.
Yeah,
To kill herself.
Yeah, she told the girl to kill herself.
She was bullying her online, and then she like DM'd her like, "Yo, kill yourself."
Yeah.
Who is Courtney Stodden though? Do you know?
No, just some
Courtney Stodden is an American media personality, model, singer, and songwriter. Competed in beauty pageants, so I think she's pretty much a reality show star, or maybe she's a singer. I don't know. Never heard any music.
She's fire.
Yeah, that. She's right up your alley, yo.
Yeah.
This is your type of white chick right here. Oh yeah. You love her.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Anyways, yeah. So she told her to kill herself. So I mean, like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah, man. Fuck. So she did that. Everybody got upset. Then people started opening up the tweets, looking at the tweets that were saved that she deleted, because she deleted like 10,000 tweets.
Wow.
And they were all about like little kids and like how watching little girls do splits. And
Do you tweet at all? Do you have Twitter?
I do, but I'm probably gonna get rid of it. I don't use it. All my Twitter is just reposts from Instagram.
Oh, you have no thoughts on there?
I probably like in the beginning when I was like trying, but
Yeah. I barely use it. I live tweeted when I watched the Justice League when I was on shrooms. So that's like majority of my tweets are that. But let me go way back in time, see if there's anything that I should have deleted. Let's see, the random one. Okay. Don't tell me what I shouldn't have done yesterday. Give me a heads up for tomorrow. Quote of the day. I made that up.
Really?
Yeah. Don't tell me what I should have done yesterday. Give me a heads up for tomorrow.
True.
Do you like that? That was a good
Yeah,
one to
yeah.
randomly.
Yeah. That's not bad at all.
Um,
Bro, you should
the
do
Gardner Expressway is a zoo. The parking lot at a zoo. And they just got a newborn panda. Because I'm saying it would be busier. Yo, I should tweet more.
Yeah, you could be good on Twitter. I could definitely see being good.
Just saw a commercial for tonight's #bar rescue. Hey, John Taffer. Looks like it's going to be a good one.
Oh, did you at John Taffer?
Yeah, I love John
course he
Taffer.
did. Yeah,
I'm
he's
a
great.
fan, yo.
He walks in there and he goes, "No matter what's happening, how are we gonna do things in here? I don't understand what's happening." He goes insane. I've seen episodes where the people aren't that bad,
Yeah.
and he's like, "We gotta shut it down." And
Shut it down.
There was no reason. He's just like, "We gotta shut it down. Shut it down. We can't work in here. How do you guys move around?"
Wow.
And I'm like,
Oh.
When you watch it as much as I have, you start to see the bullshit.
John Taffer. I used to watch it all the time when I had cable. Fucking.
Bro,
I
watch
don't
it.
embrace problems. I embrace solutions.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, you should know that. That's in the opening fucking thing.
Man, well, you can't watch full episodes online anymore. You gotta pay for it on YouTube, and it's like
So you just watch clips.
Yeah, you watch mad clips. It's like $30.
I would love. That's like one of my dream guests to have on anything. I just think fucking John Taffer's great, yo.
You think he's gonna do?
Can I be cocky for a second? If I hit a home run 80% of the times, and you want to talk about the 20 times I miss swinging the bat, I'm okay with that. John Taffer.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
He's so New York.
Is he?
Yeah. Come on. He's the most New York thing you could ever meet in your life. But yo,
Yeah.
the fucking Chrissy Teigen, she sucks.
Oh.
I've never. I won't say I've never liked her, but I was like, I've never been like. I didn't understand why people were so into her.
I don't care about her at all. John Legend, you know what I mean? You can have her.
Yeah.
Not interested.
He dropped some bangers.
Chrissy Teigen, stop tweeting me. Stop DMing me. I'm not into it. I don't like mean girls, all right?
True.
Technical difficulties. Boom. There. That's what we do about that. That's what we fucking do about that.
You want me to put that in the middle of that? Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then the Joe Budden saga. So you don't know anything about this.
Yeah,
right?
but before you get into that, just
Okay.
one last thing about just going back before I forget. Jake Paul has another fight lined up, and I called it. I called it the day it happened.
Wait.
I called it before he even fought Ben Askren. He was having a little beef in his change room with Tyrone Woodley, and I hit my friends up while we were all in the group chat, and I'm like, that's the next fight. They're already promoting it. They're already fucking lining it up. So I'm like, now I know Ben Askren's gonna lose because they're already promoting the next fight and they're already building the storyline.
See.
Anyways, that one's coming up in August.
See what I mean? These guys just said the word storyline. That's exactly what
100%,
they're doing. It's
100%.
all bullshit.
But then when they get in the ring, I think they're actually fighting. I think it's just it's promoting. They're promoting.
This thing is just like the because the WWE, it's like when they throw somebody off a thing, it's real. When they hit somebody with a chair, that shit's real.
Check out Mick Foley's episode.
Like
That's
it's
great.
actual. You know, when Nick Foley would land on thumbtacks and shit, the shit was real.
They said in that documentary, they said, "What was your secret?" He's like, "There was no secret. I was really getting hurt."
yeah.
He's like, "I was just willing to do stuff that like I felt like my body could take." And yo, it's actually sick because that guy did so much like hardcore shit. But his plan was to get out by 35. I'm gonna just go hard for those years. I'm gonna go harder than anyone else, do stuff that no one else is doing. And then he retired early. He just retired young. And so many wrestlers hang around late. He just got out early.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And he made lots of money.
Good.
Made lots of money.
He deserved it.
Shout out to Vince McMahon.
And he did go hard from Cactus Jack to Nick. Yeah,
he went real hard. He did some ridiculous shit.
I was still watching wrestling when Mankind existed. Like I was still watching.
Yeah,
because that was like entertaining. That was really entertaining. Watching
the Rock and Sock connection.
Shit. Yeah,
Socko.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you stick it in the dude's mouth.
Yeah,
fuck.
Yeah. And he would pull it out of his crotch too.
Yeah,
having to take that finisher sucked.
He'd pull it out. It was probably the same sock. He probably made sure it was nasty.
No, he said he threw his sock out at most shows.
Oh, really?
Like he would throw it out to the crowd. So he's like, "There's so many sockos, but there's only like 4 masks."
That's so funny.
The mask is like they didn't make many of those.
That's crazy. I would love to have one of those. But yeah. So Jake Paul, Tyrone Woodley, and then who reaches out to Tyrone? Who says they need Tyrone Woodley? Floyd Mayweather. He's like, I just saw a tweet about it. He's
because
like,
they're gonna train together.
He's like, we gonna train together, which means that they're gonna go over the fucking storyline of how this is going to be, and like it might be real shots. That's why they're getting real people who can take real shots. But this is bullshit.
And now,
and but this shouldn't be. I'm like bordering that this shouldn't be allowed.
No,
the way that they're because this is all it's entertainment, but they're like WWE houses it in WWE. And you understand when you walk in there what you're walking into. They're trying to pull WWE, like the storylines, and they're trying to put it into real life. They're trying to mix the way that YouTubers do vlogging and the way that these guys do WWE, and they're trying to bring it together, and I don't like it. Because it's making people think it's real. Because there's a majority of people who legit think this is real and legit are getting mad at Floyd Mayweather or black people in a whole. Because that's what happens when people get mad at Floyd Mayweather. There's people who are tribing up in bad ways because they think the things that they're seeing are real. It's fucked up. I don't like it. I see where it's going. It's not going good places.
Damn.
That's what I think, at least. Because then it's like, then what has to be real? Nothing has to be real.
Okay.
Politics doesn't have to be real then.
If they get in the ring and they have a real fight, that's all that really matters. They can fake all this shit all the way up to it. I don't really care about that. Well, that's just promotion.
It's not just well. See, this is
if you find out what they're doing in the ring is fake, then all these people that lost money on Ben Askren, that lost money on Nate Robinson, then there's a cause for concern. But then you fuck people out of money.
In the WWE, which is what this is, they decide the winners beforehand.
Yeah,
like they know how it's gonna go. That's exactly what these guys are doing.
That's wrong. If that's true,
100% that's what they're doing.
I think
you think Floyd. Listen, two people who are very calculated in their careers, because I've watched both of them closely, is Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul. They're not just allowing because they don't look at their careers as careers. They look at it as legacy. They look at it as like real legacy. Like Logan Paul, like he said, he wants to be the best entertainer in the whole world, the first billionaire YouTuber. So he has a legacy that he's trying to hold on to. They're not just going to let this thing happen and just willy-nilly. Oh, turns out Floyd Mayweather broke Logan Paul's jaw. That's not happening. It's just not happening. He's not going to allow that to happen. They've mapped this whole thing out.
We'll see Sunday night.
It's all
this episode comes out the day after,
and
let us know what we got right and wrong.
Who better to map out a wrestling match than The Rock and like Stone Cold Steve Austin? Who better to map out this boxing match than Floyd Mayweather? Like, who better to be like, okay, this is how it's going to go and this is how we're going to do it? Who better?
Damn.
There's no better person. And now he's gonna train Tyron Woodley.
Yeah.
Is it Tyrone or
No, it's Taiwan.
No, it's not.
It's Taiwan.
was
Imagine having a shit talking at the press conference like that. You little bitch, Taiwan.
You have to say Ty.
I'm gonna kick your ass, Taiwan.
You call him Ty.
I'm gonna beat your butt, Taiwan.
You call him Ty. You call him Ty at that point.
Taiwan.
Yeah. So he's.
I'm gonna knock you out, Taiwan.
Who better to go through this ballet act? Because that's what this is. This is ballet. Who better to do it than people who are like at the forefront of it?
Fair enough.
That's all I'm saying. This is all an act. This is all an act. The marketers, who are the young white kids, which is Logan Paul and Jake Paul, they're the marketing experts, and these guys are the fighting experts, and they're just bringing it all together. You clip that, okay? Clip that shit. Give people some truth. Go ahead and take that truth.
Yeah, let us know. Do you think the fight was real? I'll post that as a clip.
Well, you point to me at the end.
Speaking of being real, Caitlyn Jenner said coming out as trans to her family was easier than coming out as Republican. Ha ha ha. Because, and that makes sense, coming out as Republican to her family, that doesn't work good with their storylines. Speaking of storylines and what's real.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Dad, you want to be a woman? Now that's something we can work with. I'm gonna get you on the cover of a woman's magazine.
They're like that's.
You want to be a Republican? Well, we got to end the show.
Yeah. They're like, you want a woman? We know how to do that.
And Kim says that she feels real depressed that she couldn't make her third marriage work. She's like, he wanted to go to where's that place that he goes out in the Montana or whatever, Wyoming. He'll go, I couldn't follow him out there. Da-da-da. Yo, you're ending the show. Just go be a mom. Like, fuck off.
Just go be a mom. Yeah, it's hard, right? Like
I think Kim is so talented.
But the thing is,
and a genius.
But the thing is, beautiful. Kanye ended all this.
Yeah. No, that's why she feels bad.
Yeah.
She's like, she wanted to make it work. She's like, I give my kids all these stupid names, and now my husband's gone.
Oh my god! But the thing is, it's like
what, North?
No,
it's,
she should have
North. It's Chicago. It's Jebediah and
no, North. Saint
West. Yeah. And Shy. CHI.
But they got like 4 or 5 kids on.
Jebediah.
That's not a real name.
No, it's not. But what do you think about the name Jebediah?
It's a terrible name. Absolutely horrible.
Hey, Jeb.
Don't name any kid Jebediah ever.
Jebediah Cummins.
What are the rest of the names? I have no idea.
We said them all.
No,
North, Saint, Shy.
Nah, he has like 2 more. Cause he had didn't he have? Oh no, I'm thinking of Jay-Z and Beyonce. Whatever. But yeah, I was thinking of Jay-Z. I was gonna say Sir and Rumi, but that's Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids.
Psalm. There is one more. So it's Psalm, Chicago, Saint, and North. And Psalm is spelled Psalm, guys. That's from the Bible.
Chicago's a real name?
A reading from Psalms. Yeah.
For real?
Chicago West. That's a little girl.
Wow. For real?
Yeah, Shy.
That's so funny. Wow. You named her Chicago. Oh,
I know.
Man.
So now Kim has to. Kim has to deal with these 4 maniacs with all these weird names that have their dad's mental disorders.
Right. They're gonna have all of his like creativity and wildness.
I love Kanye though. He's one of my top 5.
He's the best. I don't think there's anything wrong with Kanye. There's nothing wrong with him at all. But yeah, with Kim, she couldn't come over to the Republican side. She couldn't come over to the God side. I think that had a big part to do with it. The fact that he's like,
you're gonna be fucking praising the Lord all day. I don't want to hear that shit.
She's like, honey, there's gonna be 0 time for Satan in what you're saying right now. And he was like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I want you away from all this. And she could be like, no, Satan. Like, what? Hold on a second.
What happened to the devil?
How do you think I look like this? How do you think all this happened? How do you think I got you? Take away Satan. I have no power. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm sorry, honey. I don't know if this God thing is gonna.
But she is very pretty.
Y'all can't see it. He's looking at a picture. He's like circling her with the mouse.
Wow.
She's very, very pretty. Yeah, of course. She's gorgeous. One of the most gorgeous women in the world.
I'm looking at her in their Christmas family photo.
Yeah, and her daughter's wearing makeup. She's 5.
Wow.
So anyway.
Anyways.
That's what Kanye wanted to get away from. That.
Now, speaking of getting away from, there's somebody that got away from their podcast. You wanted to get into it.
Oh yeah, the
I
Joe
stopped
Budden
you before
thing.
you got into it.
Yeah.
Let's close with
So
that.
you didn't know about the Joe Budden thing. This is a good lesson for podcasters. This is a good lesson for us.
Are you listening, podcasters?
Yeah, listen the fuck up.
You should be.
Because like this guy started
Watch
a podcast.
and learn from the pros.
Yeah. This guy started a podcast, right? And it was called it's a great name. I'll name this later podcast. I'll name this podcast later.
That was the name of the podcast. Okay.
Yeah, it was a solid name. But after a little while, he changed it to the Joe Budden podcast. Literally, like you being like, let's change this to Jam Easy's History Hour.
Which it could happen. So brace yourself, because if I start getting a lot of fans, this guy could get big head in it. But Flagrant 2 was always Flagrant 2, and then when Andrew Schultz started getting famous, like on the main stage, they called it Schultz's Flagrant 2. Just because it brings more eyes to it too.
Maybe. We don't know. Because that's what we thought with Joe Budden's podcast.
Okay.
And then later we figured out that he just changed it. Because Schultz probably just changed it.
I don't know. They talked about it on the show. I listened to it. And
they talked about it on the Joe Budden podcast too. But it's like this behind the scenes shit. It's so funny because you don't see it with any other podcast, but you got to see it with Joe Budden. So like basically a beef started because the guys who were on the podcast with him, they were like profit sharing, and he wouldn't show them the numbers, the accounting numbers.
And they were with him from the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of them, this guy Rory, he was with him since episode 6.
Okay.
And he's the one that set up the SoundCloud and everything. So he was there from the beginning. Another one, Maul, he came along after.
Like how much after?
Like probably like episode like 100 and something.
Like lately. Okay. Good.
Yeah. So he came in, but the podcast got good once he got there. Like he's funny.
Okay.
Like they were
a good addition.
Yeah, he was incredible.
They were missing something.
Yeah, they were missing something big. He was funny.
And then how many episodes did they do together? He joined in the hundreds
up until like episode I think 440 or something like that.
He was there still for more than half the time.
Yeah. Like
overall.
they built it together. Like I think maybe it was like maybe a year or two in.
Did he join once it was called the Joe Budden podcast or?
No, it was still called I'll Name This Later.
Okay.
Yeah. So after time. Yeah, it got changed and everything. So basically, he wouldn't show them the numbers, and they started beefing because they're like, "Yo, like, how do we know what we're getting in terms of profit sharing if we don't know what the profits are?
Yeah.
If we can't see the numbers, we can't determine what we're supposed to be getting." So slowly, it came to light what Joe Budden was doing was he was trying to position himself as like the sole owner kind of thing. And he was trying to push them from profit. It went from no ownership to profit sharing to I'm going to put you guys on salary.
So now they're working for him.
Yeah, that's what it slowly. And he did it like as you look at the progression of the podcast, he did this slowly over years.
Yeah,
it was a very slow process that he did this through. But it all came to a head, and the guys really started beefing to the point where. These two, Rory and Joe, they would always be talking about fighting. Like you could tell, you'd watch the podcast and you'd feel the tension.
The two on the couch?
Yeah.
Okay.
There would always be this tension. And then slowly, Joe ended up asking Rory not to come onto the podcast. He's like, yo, take some podcasts off. Just take it off. So imagine, I'm just like, yo, take a few off.
Yeah.
To you. Here, us, doing this.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, take
Still
a
going to do it in
episodes.
my fucking house? The hell?
Yes. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to be doing the whole thing, but you just got to take a few off.
That's crazy.
You'd be like, yo, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
so basically,
what are you doing? This is the Jam Easy show, bro.
Right? Like, I don't know. It was just insane that happened. So he didn't come on. And then slowly this dude, Maul, he was like, yo, you're not the dude who can just make that decision.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you think you are.
Because him and the other guy were still cool.
Yeah. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, you're just telling him not to come in. So he was like, Joe Budden ended up telling this guy, it's none of your business, the podcast. And then this guy got mad, and then they both ended up leaving the podcast.
Wow.
And then they did their own response because Joe was talking all this shit about transparency and like what was going on.
Yeah.
So they did their own response in a different studio. It was like an hour-long thing.
So are those two going to start a show together now?
Yeah. Now they have their own podcast that's coming out called the Rory and Maul podcast.
Okay. And do you think it's going to be who's going to have the better podcast now?
I think Rory and Maul are 100%.
So does Joe Budden is he just rotating people in, or is he by himself now?
He just literally after they left, instead of trying to work it out with them, he just brought in 2 other friends.
And they're just there now. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So he just brought in 2 other people and just kept doing the podcast. But these 2 are actually like the comedy of the podcast. So I think when they move over, they're gonna be fucking hilarious.
Okay. Well,
Like,
stay tuned for that. The
I
Rory and Mal show.
But
And
it's-
I'm gonna have to check out some old Joe Budden episodes just to see what it was like.
It's one of the best podcasts around. Like in terms of like this whole sitting down with 18 people around you type of thing. you
Yeah.
know? They're really good at it, but it's just a big lesson to be learned that like if they had just talked this shit out in the beginning, none of that shit would have happened.
And who do you think would win in a fight between Rory and Joe Budden?
Yo, I think Rory would.
Yeah?
Because he's Irish.
Put them on the fucking undercard, yo.
He's Irish and he has a lot of anger.
What if this was all promo for fucking the next
Could you
the next
imagine?
card?
I could for the next card and they fought.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'd be mad. Don't get me fucking invested in things if it's not real. Don't fucking do
Because this
that.
is a podcast that you listen to like every week.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Fucking right it is.
And
don't do that.
So I know, like, I used to listen to Call Her Daddy every week. I thought
too.
it was great.
Me too.
When they broke up, I gave them a couple episodes each, but I didn't get hooked. Like they're much better together than they are apart.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
maybe it'll be the same with this. Maybe you won't be able to continue with
Yeah,
them.
exactly. It's hard because I've tried to watch him when he's just with his other friends now, and it's like it's kind of good, but not really.
And then same thing with Mike Tyson. He lost his.
That's what I mean.
What's the guy's name again?
Eben.
And that guy was a great co-host. And
Incredible.
I didn't listen to Mike Tyson podcast every week, but I did check out episodes. And without Eben, I don't like them as much.
Nah, not nearly. Nearly. Because they don't talk about deep shit anymore. It's like some Hollywood weird shit.
Yeah. So yeah, if you like this podcast, let us know if we should keep each other.
Or do you want to see us fight? Let them decide.
Or do you want to, instead of like current events, do you want to hear us talk about history? Well, you have that option. Check out Pros and Conquerors, The Bad Boys of History. At The Bad Boys of History.
Check it out. But I was going to say, that's a big lesson. So if you're a podcaster, talk about that shit in the beginning. And I did talk about it with you.
50-50. Transparency right now.
I was like, yeah. I'm like, you want to do 50-50? And you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That's it.
It's it.
That's it.
Like, that's just how it should go. Like, and I don't know what the fuck they worked out, but it turned into something wild. And then Call Her Daddy, same thing. Turned into
Call Her
something
Daddy.
wild.
One girl did the editing.
Yeah,
and she wanted to get way more money because of it, or she felt more entitled.
Imagine.
And like this guy does all the editing, but who's all the talent? You know what I mean? No, okay. I'm kidding, but I think I bring stuff to the table as well.
This guy, he brought in terms of Pros and Conquerors, he brought the idea.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, yo, what are we gonna do? We're gonna go 50-50. Now we're 50-50. Like, that's how it should be. And at any time, I think if we need to give up any kind of percentage, we just do it together. That's what makes the most sense.
Thanks for listening to Wagwan with the Wagwan. Doing it
Bro,
together every week on Mondays.
Handle your business. You know what I mean?
Logan Paul, sorry you went the distance and no one won anything, and you just got made a fool out of. Now Colin says you got knocked out. We'll find out who was right.
He got hit like this, and he went, and he fell back on the ropes. And when you look at him, when he falls onto the ropes, you're going to be like, that's the fakest fucking shit I've ever seen. You're going to see his face. He's going to go like this. He's going to do one of those. He's going to do that.
If that happens,
and then you're going to realize you're a moron for watching that.
No,
that's what's going to happen. You're a moron. And then you're going to see Floyd Mayweather. He's going to get hit. Oh, this is where you're going to think it's the worst thing in the world. Floyd Mayweather is going to get hit, and he's going to go.
This guy's really wrestling here.
He's going to go like that. You're going to be like, oh, I'm an idiot because I'm watching wrestling right now.
This guy's Vince McMahoning it. Yeah. If you're drawing up the fight, but I really hope it's not like that. And I hope Ocho Cinco wins. But I think Ocho Cinco, if he's fighting a real boxer, that's going to be tough. But Ocho Cinco is a great athlete and a great guy. Thanks, buddy.
I can't wait to watch that fight. I'll watch that fight, definitely.
Anyways, you can find me at jam_easy. You can find Colin at
Colin's Process. You know what's up. Instagram, Magpie Life, all that good stuff. Can't find me in fucking Toronto right now because I'm in Grand Bend, Ontario.
And the latest Bad Boys of History that's coming out this Wednesday is on Ryerson. If you're from around Toronto, you know he's covered in blood right now. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening.
Wagwan with the Wagwan. Wagwan with the Wagwan. Peace.